What might come across as just a stupendous improvement in disaster management is actually a lot more than meets the eye. This huge jump in itself is reflective of the leaps and bounds with which each and every aspect of Odisha has progressed. This story of such unparalleled development began when one man, with a singular vision of making Odisha the nation's most progressive state, took oath towards the turn of the century. In a record-equaling feat of forming the government for the fifth consecutive term, Sri Naveen Patnaik, the Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, has since been able to set a host of unprecedented benchmarks for the entire nation in several aspects of governance. One of his top priorities has always been women empowerment, which is why back in 2001, he started Mission Shakti. Over the years, the same has grown tremendously, with over 7 lakh women self-help groups, consisting of over 70 lakh women today. Even more notably, today these Mission Shakti women are setting benchmarks of all kinds with their success in the most innovative kinds of businesses. Odisha, being primarily a agrarian economy, has over 70% people engaged in farming. What was once getting difficult to sustain as a form of income is now an economically profitable engagement, with farmers' incomes having doubled over the years. In terms of irrigation also, the state government has now irrigated over 1,50,000 square hectares of land in just the last 4 years.
କାର୍ଯ୍ୟାଳୟ ଲୋକଙ୍କ ସେବା ପାଇଁ ଅଛି। ଲୋକମାନେ ହିଁ ଏହାର ପ୍ରକୃତ ମାଲିକ। ଏଠାରେ କାମ କରୁଥିବା ସବୁ କର୍ମଚାରୀ ଲୋକଙ୍କ ପଇସାରେ ହିଁ ବେତନ ପାଉଛନ୍ତି।
IT is a principle which Honorable CM has suggested for transformation to happen in the state. First T is transparency, then technology, teamwork, time, all these leading to transformation.
One of the most notable contributions of the Chief Minister has been his governance mantra, 5T. Neither a scheme nor a policy, 5T is a unique governing framework of the state that ensures that a government department works with total transparency in its day-to-day activities, applies cutting-edge technology in all its processes, operates with perfect teamwork in every aspect, and delivers all its tasks in a time-bound manner, all leading towards a holistic transformation across the state. 5T actually induces unprecedented levels of responsibility and answerability amongst all government employees, making them diligently serve the common man. It also brings in transparency like never before into all government departments and processes, empowering the citizens under 5T Mo Sarkar, where the citizen is actually empowered to be the judge of the kind of response he has received from the department functionaries. With all government departments under 5T now, this framework is one of its kind across the nation. As a result of 5T, Odisha has been witness to a bouquet of unprecedented developments. Like for instance, the new Biju Swasthya Kalyan Smart Card, which is covering over 95 lakh families as on date, with a health assurance of 5 lakhs per annum per family, with an additional 5 lakhs per annum for the women of the household. Odisha has managed to record the highest fall in IMR across the entire nation, which has been made possible majorly because of well-coordinated and consistent efforts by multiple departments like health, women and child development, agriculture and farmers empowerment, food supply, and even education. In a major facelift for education, over 8,000 high schools are getting transformed phase-wise, with over 30 lakh students getting benefited. This transformation process involves the overhauling of the existing educational infrastructure of the state, including smart classrooms with digital boards, e-libraries, science labs, sports and cultural facilities, and a healthy and green study environment. In fact, the state government is also providing free internet, free electricity, and renovating the approach roads to the schools, besides converting the land in the name of the schools, who are being given the land documents as well. In a major national benchmark, in 2020, Puri became the first city in India to be able to drink water directly from the tap. Over 2 lakh families are now being supplied IS 10,500 quality 24/7 high pressure pure drinking water directly to their homes. Replicating the effort, Cuttack became the second city in India to do so, with 20 top cities of Odisha set to directly drink from tap by end of 2023. As a major boost to industries, the 2 Make in Odisha conclaves organized till now in 2017 and 2019 have resulted in garnering over 6 lakh crore worth of investment commitments from leading domestic and global business houses. More recently, Odisha has overtaken even Maharashtra, becoming India's #1 state in setting up of grounded industries. Resultantly, the state is now all set for a huge rise in employment opportunities. In 2020, Odisha also won the first ever gold medal for India in the World Skills Russia 2020 competition, proliferating the glory of Skilled in Odisha worldwide. With Skilled in Odisha, now Odisha is all set to become one of the most preferred skilling hubs of the world. Odisha has also turned out to be one of the top performers across the startup ecosystem of this nation, with over 1,500 recognized startups under the Odisha Startup Policy 2016, of which over 600 are women-led registered startups. Startup Odisha has been quite proactive in reaching out to young minds across the state, thereby fostering ideas and innovations right from the grassroots level. On the technology front, the state government has launched over 430 services, making them end-to-end online, with exclusive services like Mo Seva Kendra, which acts like a literal one-stop counter for all government services. No one is today forced to run around government employees or physically visit government offices any longer. In the field of sports, besides being reputed as the global home of hockey, Bhubaneswar has gradually turned into a global sporting hub, having hosted a huge array of sporting activities. The state has also turned sponsor for the national men's and women's hockey teams for a period of 5 years. Also, Odisha is the only state in the world to ever host 2 consecutive hockey World Cups. On the cultural front, Odisha has set a global precedent through major restoration and renovation drives it is conducting across multiple temple complexes, including the Sri Mandir complex and the Lingaraj temple complex. The Taratarini temple complex got dedicated to the people of Odisha recently. In fact, such an exercise has never been seen or heard of anywhere across the world. Apart from these, Odisha has been able to set exclusive benchmarks in several such fields, including poverty alleviation, food security, social security, rural housing, higher education, information technology, arts and crafts, roads and bridges, employment, and most importantly, disaster management. Odisha's administration has become synonymous with good governance, and Odisha, led by its visionary and dynamic Chief Minister, has been hailed by global audiences and the international media alike. A journey which had begun back in the year 2000 continues to sail forth with a singular vision to transform Odisha.